Hello students, here you can see the book of Computer Science with Python for class 11th. So this is the book of Preeti Arora and Sultan Chand publication. In this book there are 4 units, but in latest syllabus database management was removed. So there are 3 units: computer systems and organization, computational thinking and programming we have to learn. So unit 1 is computer system organization. So it have all the basic things related to computer, just like application software, system software means types of software, memory units, boolean logic, strings, basic concepts of flowchart, concept of cloud computing, running a program, notion of operating system, etc. And in second unit, computational thinking and programming, we learn about Python programming language. In this unit there are features of Python, comments, introduce the notion of a variable, means variable, about variable, what is a variable and how to declare a variable, then data types, then operators and types, binary operators, arithmetic, relational, logical and assignment, then conditional statement, after conditional iterative statements or iterative computation, then idea of debugging means finding the errors, then lists, tuples and dictionary, then sorting algorithm and strings, then introduction to Python modules. Modules means built-in functions, inbuilt functions in some files which are called modules. After this, DBMS we need not to learn in this year, and society law and ethics we learn again at the third unit. So let's start one very first chapter, that is getting started with Python. So getting started with Python, first introduction is given. In introduction it describes that what a computer can done, and irrespective of the language being used, the first and the foremost thing to be done while writing a program is understanding the problem well. So before solving the problem or before creating the program for solving any problem, we must understood clearly that what is a problem. Then after we have to create the steps to solve that problem, and then we have to go through the coding. So therefore writing correct codes instruction in a proper sequence and in the right context is extremely important. So it is very important to write correct codes in proper sequence and proper indentation in Python. So programming language has been created to meet the needs of programmer and individual users. They are an effective tool to develop applications that positively impact the working of an organization, economy and society by increasing productivity and improving efficiency. Language become obsolete when they fall short of the expectations of the user and programmers, and are then replaced and superseded by more powerful languages. However, Python is a programming language that has stood the test of time and has remained relevant across industries and businesses among programmers and individual users. So Python is a very easy language, and the codes and the statements in Python are simple like English language. Therefore it is the most favorite programming language for all individuals and organizations and business organizations. Then let's learn about Python programming language. So Python as a name does sound like a snake or a reptile. However, the programming language has been coined. Python became just as a reptile has a flexible body, the language too easy, simple and highly flexible. So Python means Python means this language like a python, like a reptile or a python has a flexible body, same as this language also very easy, simple and highly flexible. Then Python is an open source, it means anyone can use this programming language without purchasing license. And open source means anyone can change its source code and introduce new latest version. And object oriented high level programming language developed by Guido van Rossum in 1991 at the National Research Institute of Mathematics, Netherlands. It is presently owned by Python Software Foundation, PSF. So Python is based on ABC language, a teaching language created to replace the programming language. So for replacing basic programming language, basic means beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. So replacing basic programming language, ABC language was introduced, and Python is based on that ABC language. And Python is a general purpose programming language, and that can be used effectively to build any kind of program that does not require direct access to the computer's hardware. So Python is a very general purpose programming language, and it can be effectively used to develop any kind of mobile applications or any kind of application. It may be mobile application or a computer PC application or DBMS related application or media or cartoon or animation. Any kind of programming can be done through the Python programming language. CTM, that Python is based on the ABC language and was inspired by the famous BBC comedy show Monty Python's Flying Circus. So again I repeat this line, that Python is based on ABC language. Python is based on ABC language and was inspired by famous BBC comedy show Monty Python's Flying Circus. So it's inspired by the famous BBC comedy show Monty Python's Flying Circus. Let's see the features of Python. So Python is an interactive interpreted language with simple syntax. It has become increasingly popular because of its silent features, which are listed below. So there are lots of silent features that are listed below. So Python is interactive interpreted. It means Python use interpreter, or Python language use interpreter to solve to run the code. So let's understand. Python is interpreted, interactive, directly executed with pre-compiled code. This means that is processed at runtime by interpreter, and you need not compile your program before executing it. It means when you create any program, you need not to compile at the end of your program, because of Python interpreter. When you run program, that it takes line by line errors, and for this we have to revise a topic, language processors. So for programming we have to understand about language processors. So what are language processors? So language processors are some system softwares which can convert our language or high level programming language into machine level programming language, and that machine level language can be understood by the computer or the CPU, and after process on the data or input, the output will be given by the machine in machine language, and then that output which is in machine language converted or translated by the language processor into high level language. So there are three type of language processors. One is assembler, that translate assembly language into machine language, and again machine language into assembly language. Second is compiler, and third is interpreter. So compiler and interpreter both are converting machine language to high level language and high level language to machine language, but there is a difference between both language processor. The first, that the interpreter can convert line by line, or that interpreter will convert or check line by line and then execute the program, but compiler compiled the whole program in once. Here you can see the compiler and interpreter comparison. So compiler, it takes entire program at a time, and interpreter takes single line of code or instruction at a time and then process. So then compiler generate intermediate object codes, and it does not produce any intermediate object code. Compilation is done before execution, and in interpreter, compilation and execution take place simultaneously. Then compiler is faster, interpreter is slower. Memory requirement more due to the creation of object, and interpreter require less memory as it does not create intermediate object code. Compiler display all errors after compilation all the same time, and interpreter displays error of each line one by one. So compiler error detection is difficult, but interpreter error detection is easier comparing to compiler. And platforms who use compiler are programming languages that are C, C++, C#, Scala, TypeScript uses compiler, and PHP, Perl, Python, Ruby uses as an interpreter. So here we can understand the difference between compiler and interpreter. And compiler can require less memory because of it does not create immediate object code. Immediate object code, so object code means whenever the compiler compile the program, it create an object, and at last it display all the errors after compilation. So all at same time, but interpreter display errors line by line, so it is easy to us to find out the error and detect them and solve them. So let's again come to our book where Python is interpreted, interactive, directly executed with pre-compiled code. This means that it is processed at runtime by the interpreter, and you need not compile your program before executing it. Second feature of Python, that it is loosely type oriented, object oriented programming language with few keywords. So it has not too big library, and it has a very big library, but it has not too much keywords, and it is a simple English like structure and easy to learn. The third feature, that it is open source and portable language having a large repository of libraries. So it is free and open source, so anyone can use, and portable language having very large repository libraries, so that we can use lots of functions which are inbuilt in Python. Then next feature, that it takes less time to develop, as Python programs are typically 3 to 5 times shorter than equivalent to Java program. This is because of its built-in high-level data types and its dynamic typing. So because of it has dynamic typing option, so a programmer need not to type 3 to 5 or 3 to 5 line codes for any program. That program which have 5 line code in Java can possible to create in Python in just 1 or 2 lines. Then so that it takes less time to develop any Python program. Then it is extensible, extendable and highly efficient, as there is no wastage of time in declaring the type of variables or argument. So whenever we create any variable and assign any value to that variable, so according to the type of variable, Python interpreter can easily understand that what is the type of that variable. If the value assigned to that variable is a character or a integer or a float, that according to the type of that value of that variable, Python can easily identify that what is the type of that variable. In other programming language, we have to describe or define the type of that variable, but in Python we need not to define the type of variable. Then it supports GUI, so it supports graphical user interface and garbage collection. So for better memory management, it is very good, and it can be easily compatible with other languages like C, C++, Java, Core Java, etc. So the person who knows Java, Core Java, C and C++, a person who knows these languages, they can also create easily program in Python programming language, and Python is used for both scientific and non-scientific programming. Then let's see what are the advantages of Python. So apart from the above excellent feature, Python offers the following advantages. First is platform independent. So it is platform independent and can run across different platforms like Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac OS X and other operating system. So let's understand that platform independent means a software or a programming language that must be platform independent. It means the language can run on any platform, whether it is Android or Windows or Linux operating system, because of some languages which are running in Mac operating system are not running in Linux, and some of Linux are not programming language which are not running in Windows. So Python is a platform independent programming language and can run across different platforms. Readability. So Python programs use clear, simple, concise and English-like instructions that are easy to read and understand even by non-programmers or people with no substantial programming background. So this is very important point that Python programs are clear, simple, concise and English-like instructions that are easy to read and understand even by non-programmers. So if you are a non-programmer, you have not any experience of programming, so you need not to worry about Python, because of anyone can create program in Python programming language. Let's see something about Python and some Python programs so that interest come again. Look at here. This is Python compiler. There are lots of Python compiler available in Play Store or Apple Store. Anyone can search Python compiler and download this compiler and run code. So here you can see print welcome world. Then when we run this program, we get output welcome world. If we change something here and create some more spaces and other words, so that when we run this program, it gives us welcome world, so that it can understand that lots of spaces are not necessary. And here if we run any other code like 12 plus 15 and run the code, so it gives nothing. But if we use x and equal to sign, 12 and assign y to a value through assignment operator, that is 23, and then we give z to a value, or then we print through print function the value of x plus y, so that it gives us result, that is 35. You can see the result 35 is written here at the bottom of the, then, so that this is a very small program. There are lots of big programs are also coming when we go to the next chapters. Let's come again to the book, and where we told, and this is the interactive mode of Python. There are two modes of Python are here. So let's understand first advantages of Python, then we will go to the next point. So here advantages of Python. So apart, it is first is platform independent, second its readability, means anyone can write the program and understand the code of program. Then object oriented language, it means it is an interactive, interpreted and object oriented programming language. So next point is higher productivity. So since Python is a simple language with small codes and extensive libraries, it offers higher productivity to programmers than languages like C++ and Java. So you write less and get more done. So because of lots of libraries and inbuilt function, we need not to write each and everything, because lots of things are understood by Python interpreter automatically. So less writing time consumed. Because of simple and shorter code, less time is required to understand and learn Python programming. Then GUI programming. Python supports GUI applications that can be created and ported to many system calls, libraries and Windows systems such as Windows MFC, Microsoft Foundation class library, and Macintosh and the X window system of Unix. Next point, ample availability of libraries. So it provides large standard libraries to solve a task. Then syntax highlighting. So it allows to distinguish between input, output and error messages by different color codes. So it is easy to identify the errors. How to install Python? So here I describe you how to install Python. For installing Python on PC, you just go this link, that www.python.org/downloads, and download the version 3 or 3. After installing, you get this type of Python shell, Python IDLE. In Python IDLE there are Python prompt, that is 3 greater than sign, and this window is called Python shell. This window where there are lots of file menus are given. Python 3.6.5, that is Python shell. And there is another mode, that is when we use file option and open a new file. So at that time we are using script mode. This is script mode. The blank window is script mode of Python, and this is Python shell or Python interactive mode. In interactive mode we write one single line commands, but for multi-line commands we have to save that program, and for this purpose script mode is used. Now after watching this window, let's on opening Python shell show the welcome message displaying its version a copyright notice. After this, the command prompt followed up by a blinking cursor gets displayed, which indicates that IDLE is now ready to take Python commands for the user from the user. So here we can start writing our command in Python IDLE. If you have PC in your home, go to the python.org and downloads. From there, download and install Python in your system. If you have not PC, so that in your mobile, go to the Play Store and open compiler Python and write the keyword Python compiler and download there are two versions of Python compiler. One for script mode, download PyRide, and for interactive mode, download Python compiler, so that you can be able to do the practicals which are going to be done. So when we open Python interactive mode, Python shell with prompt 3 greater than sign get displayed for the user to enter the command directly in front of it. So we can type command here and it immediately gives the result in the output console. So this is the Python shell, which is a part of Python's integrated development environment. The 3 greater than sign are called prompt or Python command prompt. So learning tip: Python shell displays the prompt to indicate that it is waiting for a user command to be entered. So the sign shows that he waits for your command. Then command line interaction. So when commands are entered directly to IDLE from the keyboard, the interpreter IDLE is said to be interactive mode. In interactive mode, type the command hello world in front of the prompt and press enter. See what's happened. Very good. Let's open this interactive mode. Here I just open Python shell. So you can see IDLE Python that is already downloaded by me. So let's open this. In Python IDLE we can give commands after 3 greater than sign or command prompt of Python, and the interactive mode immediately respond according to the statement. Here you can see Python shell is open. And command prompt is shown. So let's type something and watch what happened. So here we write 78 multiplied with 9, and it is like a calculator multiplied with 78 with 9 and give 702. So this is the interactive mode of Python. Whenever we run any program run in interactive mode, but large programs are written in script mode, which will be open when we create a new file here. When we create new file, some other window is opened which have not same title as the same title have this Python shell. So this untitled file have some different things, as here we write some codes and the code will be run into this interactive mode. So first let's see something about more about interactive mode, that whenever we give any commands to here, so it immediately respond in second light. Okay, write it again. So print, then parenthesis, then inverted comma, then welcome, then inverted comma close, then parenthesis close, then enter, so that it print welcome. So you can see whatever we want, we can directly write in simple English language and the Python give us result. Now let's come to the when we type Python interactive mode, Python shell with prompt triple greater than sign displayed for the user to enter the command directly in front of it. Now let's see command line interaction. So when commands are entered directly and ideally from the keyboard, the interpreter or ideally is set to be interactive mode. In interactive mode, type the command hello world in front of the prompt and press enter. See what's happened. As we type welcome in the front of prompt, print welcome in the front of prompt and immediately give us the result. So we begin with our first commands in Python interactive mode as illustrated below. Hello world, and it shows hello world. As soon as we press the enter key after typing our first statement, it gets immediately the result. Here we can see that print hello world, and hello world is printed. Then we give command print welcome to Python programming, and in second line welcome to Python programming, the statement was printed. The multiple statement types shall be executed immediately, and Python returns the output. This method of typing the message in front of prompt is termed as displaying. And here example of multiple statement. So print 10, so print 20, 10, 20. Displaying the multiple messages in Python shell. So by using this we can also semicolon, we can also print multiple statements by using semicolon. In above case we have given two print statement for displaying two different messages. Upon pressing the enter key, it has now become evident that we can give commands at the primary prompt and see immediate result. Print is a function which is used to display the specified content on the screen. The content called argument is specified within the parenthesis. So print function statement without any argument will display, simply jump to the next line. So Python is a case sensitive language. This means that Python differentiates between capital and small alphabet. For example, print in P capital and print is P small. There are two different things for Python. So if we write print P in capital letter, it will give us error like here. We can see print hello world. So trackback mode still car and name error, name print is not defined. So print defining is small, where when every character is in small letter. So Python is a case sensitive language, whereas print is valid command in Python. Now here is a practical implementation. You must remember that while using the print command, the message or the argument to be displayed should be placed within quotes marked single or double. Then the argument is displayed as it is. So for displaying the argument, which is inside the brackets here, like print and in parenthesis hello world. So hello world word or what should print must be in quotes, whether it is single quote or double quote, then after parenthesis close and then print command. So in practical implementation using ideally, if the argument is not placed within quotes mark, then the interpreter tries to evaluate the argument and display the result. This feature is used to perform calculations. If we give an arithmetic expression as an argument, the interpreter shows this value. This is shown in figure 1.5e. It means like here there are two type of print commands. If we assign a value or like do print welcome, so it show print welcome, but if we will not use inverted comma, then see what happened. Print and pressing enter, so it gives an error that name welcome is not defined because of it has not inverted comma or quotes. But if we give command without quotes like 5 multiplied with 9 and close the bracket and enter, then it gives us 45. That's why it says that if the argument is not placed within quotation mark, then the interpreter tries to evaluate the argument and display the result. So if we cannot provide quotes inside the parenthesis, then the print function try to calculate that argument. Now some practical implementation. So use ideally as a calculator, just like a text string message we have given so far. We can also perform mathematical calculation using the Python command. As I said that we can also use a Python shell like a calculator. So here some calculation are given: 5 plus 8 13 and print 10 plus 15, as I show 5 multiplied by 9 and then print and so on. So evaluating arithmetic expressions. In the above entered statement, we have performed mathematical calculations using print function statement as well as by directly typing the commands without the use of print function command. In either of the cases, these statements are immediately executed by the Python interpreter and the output is displayed within the fraction of second. And note this point that to repeat a command in ideally use Alt plus P in order to save time and typing efforts. So if after typing some command and pressing enter, Python still shows error, so need not to write again the whole command. Just press Alt P to save your time for repeating that command. Consecutive arguments are separated by commas in print function. When print is executed, the values of consecutive arguments are separated by space between them. So we can say that space is the default separator of values in the output. We can also specify some other string as the separator using the sep argument of print function. So let's see first that syntax of print statement is print function is was. So here you can see print that after parenthesis value 1, value 2, and okay, let's see a practical where you will easily understand this. So come to the Python compiler. Here we can see that a simple print command is given, so use same print command but in different manner. So use parenthesis and I write here x equal to 56 and then print welcome world or print the value of x is, and then after quote we use comma and write here x, then close the parenthesis. So let's see what happened. So the output is the value of x is 56 after comma. Okay, so it shows that value of x is 56. So if we remove comma, it shows the value bad input on line 2. So comma is used to separate run. So the value of, okay, here we, what happened, value is x. Okay, the value of x is, there are two commas or so's. So let's use single quote and here also single quote, and then run this program, and the value of x is 56. You can see the value of x is 56 is shown here. The statement which is under quotes or takes as a statement, and the values which are after quote or beyond the quote are used as a variable name, as a calculation, or show the value of that variable. Here syntax of print function. So let's see some print functions. Space is defined by separator, and here in first statement print 10, 20, 30. So 10, 20, 30 is printed by, so space is the default separator. So print 10, 20, 30 and sep equal to, then in inverted comma asterisk, so it shows separated by asterisk 10, 28, 10 and 30. So sep word is used to separate the character or separate the numbers between a print function. Then print 10, 20, 30 separate by, so it is separated by that asterisk dash at asterisk dash sign. Then we use separator as a comma, so by default it use comma. Then if we use slash n, so say for use slash n a new line character, so by using separate by new lines. Then for tab space slash t is used. Then 10, 20 and 30 and space between there is tab space. So if we use the sep argument to specify the separator, it must be specified after all the values to be printed. Otherwise the interpreter shows a syntax error. An example of given below. So we must use separator at the last of our statement. End parameter with print So Python is print function is comes with a parameter called end. By default, the value of this parameter is \n. That is the new line character. You can end a print statement with any character oblique string using this parameter. The print function uses sep to separate the argument and end after the last argument. For example, type the following statement using end parameter with the print and function and show and press the enter key. Python shell will execute its display and output show below. So here print cow, cat, dog separate by comma and end by these signs and slash n, so that it's separate by commas and end by this not equal not sign. Now let's understand more about Python shell. So the Python shell window as shown comprise drop down menus and a Python command prompt where you can type or enter statement or expressions to be executed. Okay, we will discuss more about Python shell in our next video and do the programmings. Thank you.